Let's see what are the basic programming concepts. So end of this video we'll learn what are the aspects of the computer software design, layer of a software designs, how many layers it is actually designed to get a shape, and what are the importance of the softwares. In a high level, software is designed in three layers: front end, middleware and backends. So this picture will give a brief idea about this flow. In this picture you can see we are trying to show you three layers. One is front end, second is middleware and third is backend. So front end are nothing but the web pages we generally see in any websites. That is a design of a page, that is a front end. And where backend is nothing but the databases where actually we stores the data in tables, and where middleware is nothing but it's a set of codes or services which actually interacts between the front end and back end and provide the required data or and that uh, data to the users. So as a developer, if we segregate that software design among these developers, so there will be first type of developer will be the front end developer who will be developing the web page and giving a proper design, and even it will give if it will design the web page and properly put all the validations and give all the validations message, like if you are login it is giving you are successfully logged in. When you are providing any wrong password, if it is giving a invalid credentials and all. So proper page is designed by mainly by the front end developer, and the designer also we actually provides a style sheet coding and all to make it more eye catching to that users. So coming to the next developer, who is actually writing code to make that interactions between the UI and database. So those are middleware developer who actually create service or deploy the services in respective servers, which can be consumed by any front end or client, like it can be the desktop application or a mobile application. It can call the services, like you are operating a calculator in your mobile, suppose it is calculating based on some services, so like addition, subtraction, multiplication and all. So those type of services actually nothing but is some set of code which is exposed and which can be invoked by any of these clients, and it is actually interacting with databases in the backend. So last and not the least is the backend developer, which actually who are actually working granularly to work on that and manage the data. So generally we can think of a database having a table design and all. So those are actually storing the data. So information storage in the main things. So backend is the main thing in any applications where we actually storing the data. Like you are registering any applications, that data is going to the database and it is stored. So that's the reason second time you can be validated, and when you are giving a user ID and password, so that data is getting matched through your middleware service, and once you are validated that you are giving proper IDs and password, that time only uh, application logic is providing you the access to the applications and give all the required features which you can manipulate or manage through all the feature available in your websites. So these mainly the three developers we have. So this is the example of a real-time websites. Everyone knows, most users are using Facebook, so they can easily correlate with this UI. So this is nothing but the front end, where you are giving your user ID, username and password, and you are doing the logins. So this is actually the front end, where this picture is saying is a database structure, which actually storing the database in a database, and with a proper tabular structure, which you can be retrieved by the middleware through different codings and all. So let's take example why it is actually related. We can relate with our restaurants, where let's try to correlate this front end, back end, and middleware things in software with a real-time example. Suppose you are going to your restaurants and you are placing your orders in front of the representatives. So you can treat or think of this representative is nothing but the front end, where if you think of a waiter who are actually takes the orders in or serve the foods, they are nothing but the middleware, which is actually which brings the food for you from the back end rooms and all, where chef is actually creating the things. So chef is the back end service. So what is the requirement of creating a software? If you suppose if you don't create a front end here, so there will be chaos. Like every individual people should know his order and the particular chef which will be creating or preparing food for them. So it will be very problematic to manage the restaurants. So there is a management that every things will be taken, the interaction will be taken from the front end, and middleware people who already knows the front end and the back end, they will manage and serve the foods. And where backend things with the chef, they are only concentrate about the orders. Whatever the orders it will come, they will prepare and they will hand over to the middleware. Here is the lady waiter. So I think this real-time examples giving you that real-time scenario, what is the importance of a front end in a software in a restaurant. So if you remove any of the layers, this system cannot work properly. So front end is nothing but it is giving a facilitating users and a proper service, and it will be very user friendly using, so they don't bother about what's going on the backends. So that is the importance of the front end, and that is the importance of the middleware, and that is the importance of the databases. So I think we get a brief idea what are the middlewares we have, like front end, middleware, and the back ends, and with a real-time example. So hope you understood these things. So to get this kind of real-time videos, keep watching and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching again.